The kit does come with a screwdriver, so these just screw on with one screw and you will get slightly better performance that way. Now if the camera is not that big of a deal for you, I do recommend is just the H8 Mini. This one has no camera, and the good thing about it, which I like, is it does have a replaceable battery, so you can just pull that out right there. Flight times are going to be a little bit better. Your yaw rate is going to be insane on this one. So if you guys do want to check this review out, I included a link in the description down below where you can check out the H8 Mini. So the battery is in this little compartment here. It is a little 250 milliamp hour battery. Now it's not meant to be replaced. It is stuck in there. I believe it's Velcroed in. Now they do recommend that you unplug it if you're not going to be using it for a while. And the camera is something that I would expect from a small quadcopter like this in this price range. It's not great, but it does work. And it really only works in really bright situations. You're not going to see much if you try to film this at nighttime or if you try to film it in a dimly lit room. So the camera is facing kind of down, maybe at about a 30-degree angle. So you are going to see a lot of ground. You will want to be up pretty high up in the sky to actually capture much on film. So my flight times with this quadcopter has been around 5 to 7 minutes, and that's depending if you're recording video and if you have the blade guards on or not. Now overall the flight performance is pretty good. The distance from the controller is decent. You know, I'm getting around 30 meters with this thing. I've seen some other people who have said that they've been getting around 60 meters. So, you know, I think it's really going to depend on what area you're flying it in, how much, you know, radio signals are going on. But for me, you know, pretty decent for this size and cost of a quadcopter. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys headless mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate our quad, bring it up and down. Okay, so right now red is forward, which is going to go away from us, and I'll show you guys that on the controller right now. Blue is back, red is forward. Okay, so now I'm going to activate headless mode. Just press down here on the controller. And you'll notice in headless mode when you see that one blink followed by 3 blinks. And you'll hear 2 chimes on the controller. So let's go ahead and same thing. We'll go forward and back. Controls are exactly like I just did, but now this is where headless mode changes. So I'm going to go ahead and go in, I'm going to flip the quad around. So now blue is facing away from us. I'm going to go forward and back. Go forward and back. So do you see that now it's going in reverse, but really in headless mode it's paying attention to your controller and not to the direction that the quadcopter's in. So let's go ahead, I'll show you another example. To the side. So let's go ahead and take off, forward, and reverse. So if you pay attention to the color of the quadcopter, that was actually flying sideways and back, but my control inputs was forward and reverse. So now you can see in headless mode why that's so important for when you lose orientation of your quadcopter. So if your quadcopter is far away, you're not really sure what direction it's pointing in, go ahead and toss it in headless mode and you can easily fly back by just pulling it back towards you. So let's say it's too far away, I'm going to pull it back and it's flying back towards me even though the quadcopter really isn't pointed towards me. And that's headless mode.